Looking for gear, collectibles, houseware, and more from your favorite pop culture franchises? Yes, then we've got you covered. Loot Crate offers a range of geek and gamer items for less than $20 a month. Want to bring your loot to the next level? Get a bigger box, and even bigger loot. Don't laugh at me, Tom. I said bigger box. Get a bigger box with even bigger loot with Loot Crate DX. If you're more the type to wear your geeky heart on your sleeve, then Loot Wear, our monthly wearables and accessory subscription, is what you're looking for. Get ready for September's high-octane theme. Guess what it is? Speed. Good guess, guys. I answered for you. This month's Loot Crate has a high-octane assortment of goodies from Batman, CW's The Flash and Arrow, Battlestar Galactica, Iron Man, and Gone in 60 Seconds. If you have a style need, you'll love our Speed Lootwear collection, featuring Sonic socks for when you gotta go fast, a Transformers wearable for your world-saving needs, a winning Mario Kart tee, and more. This Lootwear collection is gonna zoom away quick. Ha! See what I did there? All right, you have until the 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific to subscribe and receive that month's crate. And when the cutoff happens, that is over. It is done. You do not get it again. Finito. So that is the 19th at 9 p.m. Yes, Pacific time. 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific. Make sure to head over to www.lootcrate.com/HH for happy hour. Enter the code HH for happy hour and save $3 off any new subscription. What? You lucky people.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip, and for approximately the next 30 minutes, we are going to drink some booze and give some news.
And give some
news in your face.
You're going to give it to us so hard.
In your face holes. You're getting so much news. If this podcast sounds slightly different to everyone at home.
And it might.
It probably does. It's because we are recording live at Stone Brewing in Pasadena. Woo! Yes!
That's what I'm talking about.
And we have an audience of avid fans. And then a whole other half of the restaurant who has no idea what the fuck we're doing here.
Yeah,
they just want to admit
that
it.
audience
They're like, what's happening in that corner there? But we did not come to Pasadena without an important person.
We did not.
No.
Nay, we never travel without our most important person, the navigator of our show. And by navigator, I mean not navigator. Tom Super Volcano Krajewski.
Hey, thanks for having me. Hey, I showed up today.
Smattering of applause.
I wouldn't have come, but Alex picked me up. So
I did.
I know. I was going to say, Alex, you were the flight of the navigator.
What?
Whoa.
I don't know. Amazing.
You know, I've literally only seen the first half of that movie.
That's probably the best half.
Okay, cool. Just
the whole
making sure.
movie is
It's a little bit of a weird movie. It's one of those.
I'm not joking. Okay, so we're set up near the bathrooms.
We are.
That was the door closing.
And some dude just walked past us to go use the bathroom and totally gave us the stink eye. Like, what the fuck is happening over there?
Did he give us the stink eye?
He did.
My back
But
is
he was
to the
also
bathroom.
kind of hot, so it was like the sexy stink eye. Don't tell
so
him
he
that.
gave you the
Oh my god, don't tell him
stank
that
eye.
when he walks out of the bathroom.
You
I just
better
realized
believe.
people are actually listening to me say the crazy stuff that's coming out of my mouth. Oh my gosh.
When
anyway.
he comes out of the bathroom, I'll be like, hey, hot guy.
Hey, hot guy.
Stink eye her again. She's desperately in need of a stink eye.
Oh, what? That sounds really wrong.
It sounded okay in my brain.
That's the name of a Stone IPA beer, I believe. The Stink Eye.
The stink eye. We should
Maybe that'll be our next beer.
talk about why we are here at Stone Brewing in Pasadena.
Why are we here at Stone Brewing in Pasadena?
Because they are officially tapping the keg.
Tapping.
Oh my god, I've
It's
had
very
one beer.
rememberable.
They are tapping a keg of super popular at beer.
Correct.
Our beer, the
We
half
are
hour happy hour
currently
beer.
drinking the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex / Stone Brewery. Super popular at beer.
It's really
and did you
good.
notice
So
they even
good.
brought up the super popular at beer
sticker
logo?
I know.
Love it.
I know. It's
We should
amazing.
have brought the ones that we had left over.
All right. Well, we failed. We only had like 4 left over, so I feel like we need to
No,
save
but
those
we
for
could
us.
have given them to some of these 4.
we gotta give
man,
surprises
We could
out.
have.
I know, we don't
You guys
have as
take
many
dollar
surprises.
bills? Because that's all we
Just
have.
give you guys $1 for showing up.
Tom's like, here, pretend like it's a sticker.
I got them at my other job. Those
Dude, I would take
dollar bills.
$1. Why not?
How's everybody doing? Welcome back.
Good.
You were out of town.
Oh, right. I went to D.C.
Yeah.
Oh, so get this. I went to D.C. to visit some high school friends, which was great and awesome. And then I flew back in Sunday night and then got stuck at LAX for 2 hours because there was an active shooter rumor.
You were there for that?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I was there for that. So it's kind of weird. Like, so my friend Sandeep and his fiance Hannah were like by total coincidence on the same flight.
Wait, what?
As me.
Sandeep?
Yes. Yeah. You know Sandeep.
Yeah. Amazing.
This is even the weirder part. So as I'm going through security in DC, my bag gets flagged. So I have to like wait off to the side and like go through that whole process. But mine was like the 4th bag. So this guy who had 3 other bags to go through and was taking his like sweet ass time. And I literally was like, am I going to make my flight? Sitting here waiting for my bag. And while I'm waiting, I get a text from Sandeep and he's like, hey, are you on my flight from DC to LA? And I was like, what? Yeah. How did you... Yes, why are you here and how did you know that? He's like, they just announced your name at the gate. And I am like,
amazing.
Fuck. I'm like, am I late? He's like, no, I have no idea why they said it, but they definitely said your
About a
name.
bomb and a suitcase.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No.
Something about
So
a
I
rumor
finally-
that somebody was shooting somebody? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's right,
No, we're in DC, not LA, right? So I get my bag finally. They flagged it because I had a no, Tom, shut up. They flagged my bag because I had a ring that's like one of those 2-finger rings. You know, like it's one ring but it slips over 2 fingers.
They're called brass knuckles.
No. That's what they thought they were.
They
They thought they were brass knuckles. And I was like, what are you talking about?
Diamond-studded.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It just says success.
Yeah,
And it ends.
what?
It's not
Just
enough knuckles. Six.
So I finally get to the gate, and I find Sandeep, obviously, but then I check in with the gate, and it was like they were just switching my seat because the seat I was assigned, the seatbelt was broken or whatever. I don't know, something lame like that. But my point is...
good that you had a seatbelt.
Oh, well, yeah. My point is I don't think I would have even known Sandeep was on my flight.
Had they not called...
Had they not called my name, and he texted me because when I got there, they were boarding the plane. So I would have literally just walked right on the plane and not looked around, you know?
Interesting.
So this is that whole, like, everything happens for a reason. So so I know that Sandeep's on the flight. So when we get off the plane, we're like, oh, let's share an Uber home.
Sure.
But they checked bags, so they went to go get their bags, and I went upstairs to go call an Uber because you have to call it, like in LAX, you have to call it from a certain place now. There's this
It's that whole
thing.
sort of taxi lobby.
Yeah, so
trying to make it hard and everybody
I call
being
the
like,
Uber.
"Meh."
Yeah, I call the Uber. It's like 16 minutes away. I'm like, that's fine. They still have to get their bags. The Uber shows up, and as the Uber, you get the text that's like your Uber is arriving.
Yeah.
Sandeep texts me. He's like, we got the bags. We're coming up. And I'm like, great. And so the Uber pulls up. I'm like, my friends are going to be here any second. And then we are waiting, and we are waiting. And he's like, I got to start the meter. And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, I don't know where the hell they are. Sandeep texts me, and he's like, hey, we're at the door you told me. And I was like, what? I'm like, I'm looking around. We get on the phone. For whatever reason, when they got to the level that you had to get the Uber on, they went left instead of right. So they walked to Terminal 2, even though we had arrived in Terminal 3, which is where I was standing. So they had to walk all the way back. Point is that took about like 5 to 7 minutes for them to get to the Uber. So we finally all get in the Uber, and then we're leaving Terminal 3. And if you don't know, LAX is shaped like a horseshoe. So Terminal 3 is like...
Or a regular U.
What?
Or a regular
U.
Or you. A horseshoe. Or you. Whatever.
Trying to offer something here.
Yeah, you're like, you?
Or you.
So you're sort of at the end of the first line.
Yeah, we're at the end of the first line.
Scoop
And
to
the
make
the scoop is the international terminal.
Right.
So we're scooping around the international terminal to get out the other
Tom
side
Bradley
of the U.
International.
Tom Bradley International.
I always call it Tom Brady
I do
International.
too. I call it Tom Brady too.
I thought it was Tom Brady's International Airport for so long.
I know.
And I was like, why does this guy have an international
Even
airport?
before he was famous, that was
And
called.
I still don't know who Tom Bradley is.
I don't either.
I think he's a
perfectly
football
honest.
player.
He's a what?
A football player.
I honestly thought you said I think he's a Republican, and I was like, I don't
He's
even
a
know.
Republican, not a demagogue.
Anyway, we get to the Tom Bradley International Airport curve of the U when all these cop cars start flying by with their lights on. And like literally I don't even think twice about it. Like we kind of pull off to the side to let them by, and I say out loud, I'm like, oh, that's my worst nightmare, having to high-speed drive through LAX. Not like maybe there's shit going down or anything like that. And then we get around the curve of the U, we make it in front of Terminal 4, and then traffic just comes to a total stop. Complete stop. No, I think Terminal 4 is American. I think Terminal 5 is Delta. Guess what?
Delta.
Not important.
Yep. Also
we're in
not
front
important.
of Terminal 4.
Tom Bradley.
And it's just traffic's a complete stop. And we're like, this is weird. What's happening? And then it was like a horde of people just running towards us.
What? Towards you?
Towards us.
Like
this
towards
is
the airport.
Towards the airport, not away from the airport. This is what was so confusing. And we're like, what? Why
Zombie
are
apocalypse,
people
World War
running?
Z.
And then it was like TSA agents were running, and we were
doing the
like,
Tom Cruise
what the
run.
fuck's happening? And like, the girls in the car next to us roll their windows down, and they're like, what's going on? And we're like, we don't know. And so
Oh my God, that's your perfect opportunity to be like, I heard on the radio, zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, right?
Like, right?
This is
That's
it.
the time to do that.
Man.
That's such a wasted opportunity.
So, of course, the only thing you do these days, you get on Twitter.
Yeah.
You get on freaking Twitter. It's the only way to find anything out.
Yeah.
So we're on Twitter, and we're like refreshing, and then Hannah was the one who was like, they're saying active shooter. And we were like, oh shit. And all of
Yeah,
us like
that's
just
not good.
ducked down in the car. Like
Yeah.
the Uber driver included. We all just like snuck down in the car, and we were like, what? And then we like just kept refreshing Twitter, and then I posted something being like, if anyone has info, let us know. Because
yeah.
we were literally just
If
stuck
anyone
in a
can get me
car.
out of here.
We were trapped in the fucking Uber. And we were like, do we get out and run? But why are
I
they
just
running
love that the
further into
Uber-
the
yeah.
airport and not
I love
away
that
from
the
the
Uber
airport?
driver got down. He was like, the meter's still running. I'm
No, he
sorry.
was,
but
but by the way-
that's- I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop the meter.
By the
I
way,
know.
it ran the entire time.
Yeah,
but I'll get
smart
into
guy.
that too.
Did Uber?
It wasn't his fault.
No. That's all, exactly. It wasn't his fault at all.
like, "You're
but
still in my
anyway, so
car."
it was about 10 minutes of going like, what the fuck is happening? And then it was about 2 hours of, oh my God, are we ever going to get out of the airport?
So, wait,
because
so
like,
how long were you actually in the
2
Uber?
hours.
2 hours?
Literally 2 hours?
Hours. I'm not
Holy
exaggerating.
crap.
Yes.
That
With
is
the
so much
meter
worse.
running.
And that is so... Oh my God,
Yeah.
how much was the Uber?
Okay, so this is the crazy part. So,
It's like, take me to Baja, Mexico, please.
so
Plus
this
the
is
extra
the thing.
4 hours driving home in LA.
Yeah, exactly. But so this is the thing. Like, once we got over the panic of, okay, there's
not
not
gonna get
actually a
murdered.
shooter.
Right, yeah.
It was a rumor. People freaked. That whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
We're not going to die right now. We were talking about this Uber, and Hannah was like, well, can't you turn it off and then we'll just re-request it? And he's like, no, because LAX is set up where you can't request an Uber that is in the airport.
Right, they have to
You
be
can-
like
they have to
outside,
be-
and then they come in.
They have to be at the waiting
There's like a
line.
holding
And they have to come
pattern.
in.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So we couldn't turn it off. And so I was the one who was like, look, guys, this isn't our driver's problem. Like, this
Right.
is what we can do is when the ride is over, we can then email Uber and get
Right.
it reimbursed or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So we were like, okay, that's the plan, fine, whatever.
Right.
And we split the ride. You know, you can
Right,
split
yeah,
fare
yeah.
on Uber.
Yeah.
So Sandeep and I split this ride. So I get dropped off, and then Sandeep and Hannah get dropped off, and then I get sent, you get sent the email with
Yep.
like the recap of your ride.
Yeah.
$20 extra. That was it.
That's it?
That was it for 2 hours of sitting because it's a different rate when you're not
you're not.
driving.
Yeah.
It's when you're waiting, it's a different rate. It was $20 extra. So because we split it, it was actually only $10 extra for me.
So then you're like,
And- but here's the thing: it was still cheaper than had I gotten an Uber by myself. So I
Amazing.
was like, "Fuck it! I don't need to contest this. Whatever."
Yeah, for $10 back, you're like, let's
Exactly.
just call it.
Exactly.
What if the Uber driver set that up to make extra money, to make that extra $20?
First
he
off,
called in
I would
the
say
shooter.
if he needed
You
it
get
that bad,
$20
it's fine.
Because you've worked for it, sir.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You have
You have
worked for
risked
that
your
$20.
He
future.
needed that.
Yeah.
So that was my exciting flight home from
Wow.
DC. I know.
And so what was it if not an active shooter?
I mean, I've tried to look it up, but the best info I can find is that it was a couple of loud noises in Terminal 8, and then
First
people
off,
just went crazy.
There's a Terminal 8?
Oh yeah, it's the terminal attached to the United terminal.
Oh,
United
it's
is
the
extended.
internet- It's the one that, like, if you're going to go to Redding, California.
Yeah. Yes.
Not-
It's smaller
I know you're
flights.
not from Redding, you're from Redlands, but still. That's what I heard when I heard where you're from.
Alex is talking to our
Yeah.
fan,
Yes, because he's from Redlands, right? Redlands?
Redlands. Yeah.
And I heard Reading, which is not
Wait,
close.
does Redlands have like an amazing little dairy ice cream shop thing? You don't know? Aren't you from there?
Let's
don't
say
you live
yes.
there?
Let's say yes.
Oh, got it. Never mind. Redlands has three breweries?
breweries.
That's
You guys are
fantastic.
beer fans. I love it.
Yeah, well, they brought their
I love
own
it.
growlers.
I know they did.
And by the way, we discovered that when we got our growlers, remember we got growlers and we were like,
No, we got crowlers.
The can growlers.
We got
the
cans.
cans of beer.
When it's a can, it's a crowler.
It's not a big jug.
When it's
you use
glass,
these
it's
are growlers.
Crowler,
Yeah,
not
with a C.
growler.
Correct.
Now that confuses the shit out of me further.
How does that confuse you?
It's
C
a
for
can growler. It's a
Crowler.
crowler.
That shows growler 1 liter. A liter? That's not even a thing. I can barely see it. It's
A,
very
a
dark.
liter is a thing.
But that at the top is... That says
That's-
growler and growler.
Yeah, but at the bottom it's a crowler because
Yeah,
it's
but
can.
the sign over it says growler. I know this guy's like, how do I just feel like, okay, first off.
He's like, I'm in the way. What is happening?
Yeah, no worries. Although, try our beer. It's the super popular
Yes,
beer.
he's got
Very
it.
good, man. There you
He's
go.
got it.
Long story short, I don't know if crowler is a thing.
It is
No,
a thing.
Stone
It was in
called
the
it a
email.
crowler.
Stone called it a crowler.
Yes.
The
Damn it.
official people
This
from
is
Stone
legal.
who emailed us called it a crowler.
Okay, all right.
So we're
Okay.
going to believe
This
that.
is nice. I don't normally drink beer because, as you guys found out, I snore.
You snore.
when I drink beer.
Wait, so that's the reason why you don't drink that?
Yeah.
I totally
This is the
forgot
best
about
thing.
that.
So we have obviously like a text chain between the three of us that we use quite
Oh, I
frequently.
forgot about this.
And then one day Tom texts us and said something that was like, yeah, man, that sounds great. Only I can't drink beer because Jen gets upset with me when I snore. And we were like, what?
Yeah, see, this guy gets
Yeah.
But it was like,
But,
like a
but it was to
random out
Allison
of
and
the
I,
blue.
like, what do we, what?
We're like, okay, Tom, cool.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Hey.
oh, sorry, I sent that to the wrong person.
I meant to send it to my drinking buddy who I normally drink beer with, and then
We're not your
Jen-
drinking buddies?
Well,
we
not
are.
on a more regular. I drink with them.
The crowd
I
is
drink with you
literally
guys.
making a sad sound.
Yeah.
I drink with you guys once a week. I drink
They're
with my
sad
drinking
for
buddies
us.
6 times a
Every
week.
day. I hear you, bro.
So yeah, I get kicked out of bed if I drink beer and snore.
Yeah, I would
I get that.
So now I'm
kick
sleeping
you
on
out
the
of
couch,
bed
basically.
too if you
Yeah,
snored.
I get that. I don't snore often, but when I do,
But when
I don't
You're
know.
like
I
the
got your
Dos
wife
Equis
here
man?
to
but
double
when I
check.
do, I snore like a motherfucker. Well, because it's like I'll snore probably like once every 6 months. I'll get into a real rhythm. Yeah, when I had a cold, strong.
Oh, that's me too.
Interesting, strong booze night.
No, if I drink too much, I will
Jack
snore.
Daniels make me snore.
Wait, doesn't
Yeah.
Alex? We talked about you puking on the show, right? When
I
you're
puke
drunk?
all the time.
Many times. I know.
I'll
I don't
puke at
know
the drop
why
of a
that's your
hat.
thing.
Because we got to hear it
Why is
firsthand
it? Well, first
recently.
off, I will say the first time I ever puked. I mean, I literally remember the first time I ever puked because of drinking.
Oh, I remember
It
mine
was
too.
in
Should we tell these
college.
stories?
Yeah, totally.
Man,
was
you made
in
it to college?
Of course. I never really. I didn't drink until college.
Okay.
Yeah, me
And I
neither.
was
Got
doing. My fraternity did these events called Around the World, and I'm sure a lot of other people did Around the World.
This sounds like a terrible
But essentially,
idea.
what it was that each of the different brothers would have a different drink in their room, and you would just travel around, visiting all the different rooms.
It's not just called around the
It's like
house.
a progressive.
Well, no, because it was like so we'd be on campus, off campus, all the different.
okay.
Like,
Isn't
they
it
took us
called
around.
isn't it called a progressive potluck when like you and your neighbors like one house is salad and then the next house is soup and
First
then it's
off,
an appetizer.
Maybe if it starts with the lamest thing, salad.
Yes. Well, that's where you
But
start.
when it's drinking, it's called Around the World.
Got it.
And mainly it was
Because
like
it's what you do at Epcot, right?
Well, but
you
also-
drink around the world at Epcot.
yeah. Well, so we had also very international flavor in the fraternity, and so each of the people would be like, "This is from like I'm German. This is from Germany. We had this Japanese guy, and this is how I remember this." Because we were in our Japanese brothers.
Did he give you sake?
He gave us. I think it was no. I don't think it was
Rice
sake.
wine?
No, I think it was
Asahi?
Everclear.
Sapporo.
What? That's Japanese?
No,
Oh.
but I was wearing the like Daniel-san like Karate Kid bandana.
the most
because-
racist way to drink the anything
Yeah, because
that you.
he had it on, and I took it off his head, and I was like, "Yeah!" And then I remember having this moment where one of my pledges, like one of the my pledge brothers, I don't know what the fuck, I've been drinking, but anyway, one of the guys in my pledge class, he looked at me and he was like fucked up, and I was fucked up, and he was like, "I think I need to throw up," and I was like, "That's a great idea."
This is a
I don't want to be the
brilliant
first one to
idea.
say it, but
I need to throw up. And he was like, I've never, like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I was
my
like,
gosh.
but I had my bandana, and I was like, we can fucking do this.
You
So
like
we literally
circle
went into
jerked
the
each other through
bathroom.
puking.
Well, no, I didn't. I wasn't involved in his situation, and he wasn't involved in mine. But I was able to do it, and I was like, I feel great.
Look how easy
I
it
literally
was.
jumped up. I was like, where are we going next? I feel fantastic.
Did he feel? Did he feel great?
He did not. He did not puke, and he was worse for wear in the morning.
Oh, suck.
But then I've discovered that there's actually a phrase called boot and rally.
Yeah, boot and rally.
Which
I've done that
then
twice in my
became-
life.
That was sort of my go-to.
Oh, really?
Was the boot
That's
and rally.
good. That's
Your mutant's
that's
You know
impressive.
what I threw up once?
What?
In New York. Where were we? The dry bar? No, blowout bar. The dry bar.
You were getting your hair done?
No, not a dry bar. Where's the place
Don't you
in
drink
the
when you get
bar
your hair
in New
done?
York? There's a bar in New York called the Dry Bar.
Yeah, it's a blowout bar. You get a blowout.
No.
Oh.
It's a something bar, but it's like a salon. It's like a faux 50s salon. The Beauty Bar.
Oh, beauty bar.
I went there
used to be
after
a beauty
going to
bar in LA.
Momofuku.
Yeah.
And having this giant pork butt.
Yeah, pork butt.
Yeah, you did.
We had a
Great.
giant pork butt. It was fantastic.
I like pork
And I hate
butts, and
to
I
say it,
cannot lie. So
It
that
is
others
all
can't
back at the beauty
deny.
bar because I literally was like sitting there. We were doing indignation, and I was like just sitting there. I think you were even there. And I was
Alex
literally
was talking
just
to his
like,
wife Heather, by the way,
Yeah, who's
for people at home who are listening. No.
But I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden I was like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I went into this small, because it's in New York, so like the bathrooms, there's
They're
like
tiny.
a closet in the corner. All of my Momofuku was left there. And then I walked out. I was like, hey, let's go.
It's time to
Time to go.
Time to go.
Alex, you can say that you puked in Nancy Sinatra's toilet, right?
Nancy Sinatra's
I
toilet?
did puke in Nancy Sinatra's toilet.
Wow.
When we were in
One
Palm
of Frank's
Springs
toilets.
this
Yeah,
past
we stayed
summer.
in Palm Springs at Frank Sinatra's house.
Okay.
And I totally forgot that I threw up there.
Well,
no,
we
but I
didn't. You
threw up.
told us about it.
But
It
did
was
I tell
on
you
the
about whole-
podcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God, yeah. All right, everybody knows.
But Nancy Sinatra's toilet. We didn't
Yeah.
say
It
that
It was great.
part.
Everybody knows
Okay,
about my
I
vomit.
feel like we have talked enough about Alex puking on the show right now.
All right, we're 20 minutes into the show.
We are
so
20 minutes into the show,
Okay,
Alex.
should we do some emails?
Messages?
Yes, let's do some emails.
All right, let's do some emails.
Unless we have any burning fan questions from you guys out there.
Do we have
Because we do
burning
have
fan
people now
questions?
looking at us. No?
I think there's
You don't. No pressure. We don't have to.
Yeah,
we
we
do
don't-
have
we
fan
have
emails. But if you
We'll do
know what?
emails.
If you guys
We'll get to
have
the
questions,
questions at
just
the end.
raise your
Raise your
hand. It's
hand.
fine. Cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all
Okay.
good.
Cool.
Our producer here says at the end of the show.
Our producer Jose, he's on it.
Amazing.
Okay, great. What's this email?
All right. Yeah, Tom's like, I don't know if we have time. He's like, yes, we do have time.
Yeah.
At the end. All right, this is from Peter.
Hi, Peter.
He said, "Dear awesome Alex,
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous and most amazing Allison,
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, that's right.
and the most super of all volcanoes, Mr. Tom."
You are the most
thank
super
you.
of all volcanoes.
Thank you.
Except for Vesuvius.
Well, I don't know. I'll get
you
there
guys are, like,
someday.
right neck and neck.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Vesuvius. I'll get you. Super volcano. He's ultra volcano. Is Vesuvius.
Oh, there you go.
So back to the subject of genetics.
Ooh.
If genetic modification could be done
Okay.
and was safe, would you do it? And if so, what would you modify about yourself? Thanks for all the laughs. Big fan. Hope I can come one day to a recording of the podcast in Old Blighty. I don't.
what?
None of that sentence made sense to me. Thanks for the laugh.
Oh, record a podcast
Thanks for the
in Old
laughs.
Blighty.
A big fan. Hope you one day can record a podcast in Old Blighty.
I love
don't
whatever
know
that
what
place
that
is.
is.
I
And
think
then
that's
said-
Ireland.
Maybe.
Old Blakey.
Is it England?
What is it? Is it England? It's the UK.
UK.
Okay, great.
P.S. Tom, I'm sure you haven't. Oh no. P.S. Are you sure Tom hasn't already done this regarding his arms?
Done what?
Genetic.
It's called steroids. So yeah, technically
Wait,
it's
so
genetic
what? I guess
Peter.
this is weird when you tell me that I can get what is the phrase? you used?
Genetic modification.
Genetic modification. I feel like I can become an X-Man.
You could.
But then I'm like, fucking give me the ability to fly, but I don't think that's possible. I don't
we've
think you
had
just all of a
science will
sudden
get there.
levitate with genetic modification.
First off, I don't know science as much as anybody. Maybe that's a possibility. I also feel like, if you've ever done the thing where it's like, if you were a superhero, what would your superpower? I feel like all girls say flight, all boys say invisibility. Mainly so they can peep on
Spy on
girls.
the
Yeah.
girl there.
And girls are
It
like,
is creepy.
we want freedom.
By the way, newsflash, guys are fucking creepy.
I don't need the invisible. I already have the technology to spy on girls naked.
I kind of, I gotta be honest.
Hey,
was totally
interested
kidding.
in peeping? Welcome to Peeping Tom's peeping device.
You are a peeping Tom.
You're an investor, Alex. You
It's
should know.
adorable.
Hey, I will invest in that because you know what? You know what's creepy? Men.
Yeah, man.
We're
all
terrible
of
human
men.
beings.
I feel like my genetic modification, because I feel like maybe this one is feasible, is like not aging or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, don't wrinkle would be my
Don't
genetic
wrinkle.
modification.
Yeah, I agree.
So like
Non-wrinkling.
skin intensity.
Right? Because that's
Skintensity.
skin intensity.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
like that.
Because that's the most like realistic thing I can come up with.
Yeah. I
So-
would go taller. I'm 5'8". I mean, I know.
I was going to say
You were
similar.
going to say taller, yeah. like 5'8", mainly for volleyball, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like I'm really good at volleyball, but then there's just this genetic barrier that I'm at.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I will get no better than I am currently.
Nope.
Because I
But I
only
love
jump
that you
as
aspire to be better at volleyball.
Well, and I used to compete in beach volleyball. Like, I would do tournaments and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, he's talked about this on the show. I remember
it.
this.
It's just so much fun. And especially watching the Olympics.
I know.
The Olympic volleyball stuff, I was like, oh my God, that'd be so much fun.
By the way, there was a Brazilian volleyball player named Alison and spelled the way I spell my name.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
I know. I was like, guys, that's my secret identity.
But the saddest thing is
male
to
Brazilian volleyball player.
There you go. But the saddest thing is to watch the men's volleyball stuff, and you're like, oh, I wonder how tall the little guy is. He's 6'3".
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
What a shrimp.
There's no world in which I'm playing volleyball. You know what I mean? Like, we played indoor volleyball for a while, and I was like, I did well, but even the guy that's like 5'11", because I'm 5'8", even the guy that's like 5'11", I was like, he's just going to be better at this than me. Sucks.
I feel like instead of getting taller, your genetic modification should be jumping higher, because then you'll be the guy that no one expects.
The Spud
but then
Webb
you'll
of
be
volleyball.
like, kabam!
Right?
Right?
Bam!
You have to say
That's
that noise every time you do
That's actually not
it.
bad.
Yeah.
I would like to jump 3 feet higher than I jump.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the thing.
I accept
that's
that.
a better world.
All right, thanks, Peter.
Peter.
That was his name, right?
Okay.
We got another one?
Oh, yeah. This is a follow-up.
You're so excited. A follow-up
very excited.
from Peter again?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
It's not a follow-up. It's long
Not
story.
a follow-up to
Said two
Peter's
consecutive
email.
con-
Hey,
A follow-up.
Allison, Alex, and his eminence, the great and powerful Sir Super Volcano.
Ooh, great and powerful.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
I like that.
Or ma'am.
That was
Awesome.
good. Joe.
Joe. Hi, Joe.
Sir.
So, sir, probably. Thought you guys would be interested in this update to one of the Dyson spheres you covered a while back.
Ooh.
Did you hear? So you guys remember the Dyson sphere?
That was the thing that's
Where they think-
maybe it's a planet, maybe it's a star, maybe
no, it's definitely
made,
a star. But
it might be made by
it's
alien.
Surrounded
No, let me
by
refresh. I'll
an alien.
refresh.
Yeah,
So there's a star.
retell this.
There's a star.
Yeah.
And we are getting weird signals from the star.
Right.
And what they believe the signals could be, because it's definitely not natural, is potentially a Dyson sphere. Now, Dyson sphere is when the civilization reaches, like, we're at what it's called, like a Kelvier's like civilization.
You just made that up.
Sure.
No, I mean,
Kelvier's.
I didn't pronounce it
No,
right.
yeah.
But basically, there's a whole like.
That's the easiest way to say
Yeah,
it.
there's
It's
like
a Star
weird-
Trek episode. Just go watch the Star Trek
basically,
episode.
at type 2 of civilization that starts with a K, and it's like Carvier or whatever. It is
Kelvin.
a civilization that can harness the power of its
Krispy
own
Kreme.
star.
Krispy Kreme.
Right?
Civilization.
Krispy Kreme type 2.
All right.
We're type 1.
Okay, got it.
Type 2. So type 1 is we can
harness
harness
the power from
of
the star.
sun
Right.
using solar panels.
Right.
Type 2, Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme.
Civilization.
Yep, because it has two
actually
Ks.
figured out a way to encase their star with what they call
the
a Dyson sphere. That
Which is
will
it
siphon
similar
off-
to
it's
my
basically solar
Dyson
panels,
vacuum cleaner?
A lot like a Dyson vacuum
All
cleaner.
right,
Well, here's the follow-up.
cool. Okay, what's the follow-up? A.
Russia has known about this place
Fucking Russia!
for 3 years,
Oh my god,
They
of course they
have?
and
have.
they
didn't tell
didn't
us?
tell anybody.
No!
They
Why didn't anybody
literally
talk to
discovered
Russia?
it. They
In
discovered
Russia,
it.
we
I
do
talk to them all
They
the
Dyson
didn't
time.
say
They
it. They
tell
were
me.
like, these fucking aliens up there. We do gun.
Wait, are
We
they
do.
Irish Russians?
How the fuck aliens are up
That's what
there?
you sound.
Why are we standing in
Am
Russia?
I wrong, or did you just completely?
Yeah.
All the Russians
Russia
are now
knew
Irish?
about it for like
Okay.
2 to 3 years.
Wow.
Didn't tell anybody.
Okay.
That's because they were like, this is a thing.
Ah.
Now,
Okay.
they have gotten to the point where SETI has turned all of their antennae.
I'm sorry, what's SETI?
Satellite.
SETI, the search for
right.
extraterrestrial intelligent life.
Got it. SETI.
kind of-
SETI, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
But literally, all of SETI has got. Basically, the scientists went to SETI and said, "Guys, we think this is actually extraterrestrials.
Oh.
Like, there is no way that is not extraterrestrials. So much so that SETI went, we are turning everything we got
Yes.
and pointing it to
Yes.
that fucking star."
And-
Before it was like, oh my god, they found this thing. Well, that's crazy. Now it's like everybody.
Wait, isn't this what we talked about when I was like, what if our podcast is a weird like documentation of us discovering extraterrestrial life?
Yes.
Like when you connect all the dots of all the stories we've told on this
Yes.
podcast, you realize like we've been pointing in the right direction
Yes.
the whole time.
I agree, and we
Yeah.
are, and this is it.
Yeah.
The Dyson Sphere.
The Dyson
But the fact
Sphere.
that Russia knew for a while and didn't tell anybody for years.
Yeah, because they
that
were
to
like,
me
we're going to make it
means
our...
something's
Because
there.
if the Russians think there's something there, then there's something there.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
I'm being
Because the Russians
sarcastic.
don't,
We
they don't
don't
waste
know.
time.
No.
They'll go.
They're
"Nah,
too busy
There's no
drinking."
alien there. I don't know
No
why I
alien.
do a
What we're
Russian
talking
accent. I've had
about.
too much to drink.
In Russia, alien do you.
Yeah.
What?
We let the aliens come
probe
to
you.
us.
Now, what? I don't understand. Now you just made it like Rocky. Like,
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
impressive and good.
Yeah.
Yo, Adrian.
Made all Drago.
This is bad. This is all
Well,
bad.
that,
Anyway.
Alright,
that
wait,
is
who's that from?
interesting.
Joe.
So, wait, what's
Joe,
the...
yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
That was rad.
Thank you, sir.
All right, should we get into some stories?
Yeah, let's talk about...
Oh, I hate that one. It has a fucking spider on it. Why would
we'll
you...
talk about that. It's actually sent in from a fan, Paul.
To terrify us, I'm sure.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I know how much you love spiders, especially Allison.
No, I hate spiders.
Cue-
He's incorrect. Who is this from?
Cue the fuck spiders comment from
Fuck
her.
spiders. Wait, who's this from?
Paul.
Fuck you, Paul, and your fucking spiders.
Spiders. But these ones are good because they can fix airships.
I don't understand what
what?
that means.
Yeah,
what
I
what are
didn't either.
airships?
We have
I didn't
first
either.
off?
Okay, yeah. So there's two
Blimps?
things to learn in this
Aren't
story.
airships what you get in Final Fantasy games? Right? Don't you like collect your
Yeah.
team and then you find an airship and then you can travel over the world a lot easier?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's the thing I didn't realize.
What?
Lockheed Martin is creating a new hybrid airship.
They're creating
And it's-
another Zeppelin?
No. This one's
So
better.
It's gas electric? Wait, is that what
It's
you just...
fucking rad. Like the whole concept, I was like, how do I not know about this concept? And then we'll get into the spiders. Okay. And they're robot spiders.
What?
Yeah, okay, here we go.
That's better.
I mean,
So I didn't realize
I don't
this
know.
because
What?
I didn't know, but now I do, and it's amazing.
What do you know now?
So Lockheed Martin created what they call a hybrid airship.
Okay.
So it's like a balloon.
Okay.
Well,
But-
it's more like a dirigible or a zeppelin, like a rigid.
Wait, isn't a
airship.
dirigible like a
Dirigible?
musical
Dirigible?
instrument that they play in Australia?
That's a didgeridoo. Yeah,
I was close, guys. I was close.
I feel like you said dirigible wrong anyways.
No, dirigible is
Dirigible.
It's not dirigible. It's dirigible.
That's you saying it with an
Dirigible?
Australian
Anybody?
accent.
Anybody who? How many
No, I
people
think
here
Dirigible.
say dirigible?
I say dirigible.
Okay, that's whatever.
There you go.
Continue.
All right. Anyway, so it is. So what they decided was they created this, and I was like, "This is a genius idea." So what they did was they created a rigid balloon structure that has some aerodynamics. So like right now, if you look at like the Goodyear blimp, it's just
Yeah.
a big balloon, and they kind of just try to sort of point it with like fins towards the
Very scientific.
towards the games.
Okay,
you know what
got
I mean?
it.
Like that's all they do. It's like it's floating. Let's shoot air out the back and hope we get to the game.
The technology
Yes.
for blimps has not changed
Dodger
much.
Stadium, here he comes.
Here we come. Hope somebody's holding it in the front.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Otherwise, we're flying off. So what they'd said was, well, rather than making it 100% of the lift is generated by the helium, the fact that it's lighter than air.
Okay.
right? They said, what if we only have 80% because it's lighter than air, and then the other 20% is because it's got aerodynamic lift. So you know how wing works?
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
all
no.
about
I mean,
pressure.
like, I guess technically, yes, I understand
Right.
how a wing works, but I still, when I see an airplane fly, I'm like, how is that fucking possible?
Yeah.
You know?
So what it is it's 20% how an airplane flies, 80% how a blimp goes up. But here's the crazy thing.
Okay.
Because of that, they can be very specific with where they can go because using aerodynamics and the aerodynamic lift is how they can fly. Basically, it's like the reason why a plane doesn't fly if it's not going forward is because the aerodynamic lift isn't being created.
Right. Okay.
This
Got it.
has 80% of it just
Is
because
lift.
it's light.
Yeah.
It's like a balloon. It
Yeah.
goes up.
Yeah.
But 20% is aerodynamic, so it can actually be very controlled.
Steer better?
It can steer way better.
Okay.
But here's the
got
crazy
it.
thing.
Okay.
It's landing pads.
Yeah.
It's landing pads.
What are its landing pads?
Hovercrafts.
What?
It has no landing gears. It lands on fucking hovercrafts.
I don't wait.
So what happens is
What?
it has 4 giant fans like a hovercraft
Like a
that
drone.
shoot down at the bottom and
Like a
inflate
drone.
these skirts. But no, not like a drone, like a hovercraft. So the way a hovercraft
What's
works.
a hover? Why am I like
Jesus.
what? What the fuck's a
so many
hovercraft?
transportation stuff.
mean-
So a hovercraft.
I feel like hovercrafts
Has a-
are made up devices that we want in the
No.
future.
No, G.I. Joe
Like
had
our-
them. They
like
are
our
real.
skateboards.
No,
or like our
hovercrafts
hoverboards.
work
I had it.
because of GI Joe.
Yes.
So a hovercraft is basically a thing like
A thing?
a platform with a place to steer on top of a bunch of fans that are all blowing down, and then a rubber skirt that keeps the air that it blows and makes a little
real
balloon.
Thing?
Yeah, totally.
This exists in the real world?
In the back of comic books in the 80s, you could make
could
your
buy
own.
one, yeah.
You could make it out of your own vacuum
Yes.
cleaner, and no, it's real.
Vacuum cleaner, hoverboard, or hovercraft is the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It is.
So, but what happens is each of the landing gears is a small hovercraft.
Okay.
So what happens is when it comes down for a landing, it starts blowing and inflating these like tendrils that then touch down onto the ground. But here's the crazy thing: it doesn't need an airstrip. It can land anywhere.
Oh, but
because
it still
it's
needs. No, it can't
landing
land
gears.
anywhere. It can land anywhere where there's enough room for it to land.
Yes.
Okay, got
yes.
it. This is what.
But they showed it landing on the ocean. They showed it landing on an iceberg. They showed it landing in the middle of a fucking fjord.
A fjord?
Yes.
I love fjords.
Yeah, you can land a hover.
It's the best word to say.
This isn't even about the robo spiders, but
No.
still. So, but the whole concept
Where
of
do
this
we
thing
go?
works.
Where do the robo spiders come in?
Okay, where the robo spiders come in. So the issue with any balloon is if you have holes
it
in
pops.
it explodes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So the slight.
Yeah.
So what happened was they came up with this idea for like these things, and anyway, so they came up with this idea for this hybrid airship, which is going to be
Okay.
awesome, and I'm super excited.
Right.
But the problem was that before any flight, you would have to literally go around the entire outside and inside of the balloon
To make sure there are no holes.
To make sure there were no holes. And
Why
the
don't they
only
do
way
it on
you could do
space
it-
shuttles?
What?
I'm just saying, like the 2 space shuttle crashes we've had,
The
or
small
explosions that become small holes.
Well, maybe these
I'd be
spiders
like,
will help.
oh fuck!
Because what happened was,
Okay.
the way they would do it is somebody would walk around with like a big ass light,
Okay.
and then somebody would be inside, and they would hold up the like each inch of the thing, and they'd be like, "I see the light. There's a pinhole," and then they would tape it. They would like patch it. Yeah.
Oh
so
my
totally.
gosh!
Very
Like
high
that
tech
stuff,
at Lockheed.
That stuff you used to fix air mattresses with that never works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How often
Gorilla
have you
Glue.
fixed an air mattress?
A few times in my life.
Okay.
Yes.
Fuck those things. Air patches. Anyway, so what they realized was they could actually do it while it was inflated. They created these small spider bots. And the way it works is it's 2 robots that would connect magnetically on the actual balloon.
Like one on the outside, one on the
one
inside.
on the outside, one on the inside. And they
Okay.
would run together up the balloon.
What?
And one was
No.
shooting a light, and the other was receiving light.
What?
And then what happened was they would go up the balloon surface, and if it caught a thing where like a pinhole light was coming through,
Yeah.
it would stop and it would engage the patching
They'd have
mechanism.
spider sex.
Yeah, it would do
Spider
spider
sex.
sex.
Robotic
which would
spider sex
patch
to
the
cover up the
hole,
patch.
which would patch the hole because of the spider sex.
Wait, is this a real
and
thing? Or
man.
this is what they want to do?
Yeah, this is what they did. They built
Really?
them. Yeah, they built them.
This is
and
They use
real.
like
and
robotic
they-
spiders for more important like things in the world.
First off,
as opposed to
what's
patching
more
up,
important than making sure your airplane doesn't explode?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
making sure your car doesn't explode.
Well,
Right,
but
but
that
you
doesn't
wouldn't
happen
need a
for
car, you'd have an
holes.
I'm just
Airplane.
saying, like maybe for your health, fix your liver.
But you think about it, it could work with health.
If you
we
had
talked
tiny
about
little
the-
micro robot
Yeah,
spiders.
Micro robot spiders through your thing, and
Yeah.
then a big outside micro spider that was like, oh,
outside.
your artery has a hole.
That would suck.
I don't want anybody knowing about
No.
artery holes. Anyway, so long story short.
All right, so we're okay with the robotic
A,
spiders.
there are robot spiders to repair hybrid airships.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, there are hybrid airships. I'm so excited.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Final Fantasy is going to get way cooler now.
Well, it's very
Someone's been
steampunk.
playing
Like,
a lot of
you know when you
Yeah.
think about like that futuristic thing where like, oh my god, there's like blimps in the air, but it's not weird. You know what I mean? Like Tim Burton's Batman, like
Yeah.
Gotham City blimps.
Yeah.
we're gonna have those.
We are.
Where they're actually
Well,
like
by the
transporting
way,
people.
We probably still have blimps had the Hindenburg not blown up. It's true.
A, we do still have blimps.
Well, I mean-
B,
I meant they'd be a more common
yeah.
thing.
B, they would still be filled with helium if
Yeah.
they didn't explode because the
Yeah.
helium is very flammable and that's
I
why it
know.
exploded.
They used hydrogen in the.
Oh, hydrogen,
yeah.
not helium. Helium would just
See?
be like,
Eh?
it would explode and everybody
You're like,
around would like, in a 4-mile radius would have that high-pitched voice for a while.
Hey,
that
that
thing
thing exploded!
Holy shit, that thing just exploded in the air! Why does it all sound like Mickey Mouse?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, that blimp just blew up! I wonder what it was filled with.
I don't know, you sound weird.
You sound weird. Your mom sounds weird.
Oh, I hate when I hear my own voice.
right,
Anyway.
let's do another story.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got.
What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
Okay, so this is now about Boeing. I love tech stuff.
Boeing, the
Boeing,
airplane
the
company? Okay.
Yeah. They have decided, first off, this is the best. All right, here's the title of the story.
Okay.
Wildfires beware. Boeing patents giant bullet to shoot down blazes.
I don't get
literally,
it. What? Is it a water bullet?
No. Yeah, well, sort of.
Okay.
Boeing patented a giant artillery shell that is filled with a flame retardant.
Okay.
And they shoot it out of a howitzer cannon.
What?
They literally were like, somebody in a meeting at Boeing was like, we should really do something about forest fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, what can we do with them? Let's just fucking
How can we
shoot
make
it.
money off of forest fires?
Shoot a forest
What
fire.
if we shot a forest fire in the face with a howitzer? That sounds
That would
good
look pretty
to me.
awesome, man.
What would we put in the bullet? I don't know. Fire retardant?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Fire retardant. So they've literally
Does that
patented
cost money?
a giant fire repressive shell that they pull
What?
up in a car with a
Pull up in a
howitzer.
car.
It's a very fancy car with
right.
a howitzer.
They pull up in their fucking
With a
Prius.
howitzer.
Their Toyota
Yeah,
Prius.
it's a very high-end
Yeah.
Prius, and they point the howitzer at the fire. And
Okay.
they just fucking
Shoot- that's
shoot
awesome.
it, and it puts it out.
That sounds like an
my
action movie. The guy who
gosh.
puts out forest fires with that howitzer.
Dude,
I love it.
Howie Long, Firestarter,
Yes, I was gonna
or
say,
Fire.
there was a-
not Firestarter.
No,
what was
I
it
know
called?
what it was called.
It was literally it was about him being a fire jumper. Was it something like that?
No,
I don't know what you guys are talking
Oh
about.
God.
Do I have to look it up
Howie
online?
Long was
It's
in
a
a movie.
great
Yeah.
weapon.
All right, I'm looking it
for
up. I'm
forest
looking
fires.
it up. Wait, but do you guys
Great
remember?
weapon.
This is actually very relevant right now. When we were driving home from
Yes.
San Diego,
And we saw that weird forest
but we were
fire.
driving home from San Diego because we were brewing the beer we are currently drinking.
I was driving us
that's
home, and I was
right.
Tom was
hungover
driving us home, and
also
we
drunk.
drove past the forest fire.
Yeah, I remember.
And we were like, "Oh, whoa! Look at that crazy forest fire!" And that thing blew up into being massive. Like
that
people
was, like,
lost their
the thing.
homes and shit. And that was.
Is it
it's
still going
burning?
on?
That same one?
It's still burning.
Jeez,
Man.
We only have
where are the-
60% contained.
Yeah.
We need more howitzer bullets.
Me too.
Boeing, get on your
Boeing, make
fucking
some more of that.
fire
They're doing it.
shooting
They're like,
or
dude, we
whatever.
Firestorm?
What,
Wait.
what? Oh,
Oh,
wrong
different fire.
Wrong
Different fire. Guess what? We have
There's
too many
still a
fires.
fire. There's still a
Anyway.
fire going.
Wait, who was I looking up?
I want to say it's
Fire-
called Firestorm, maybe?
No.
Firestorm.
Is it Firestorm?
I think so, maybe. Howie Long.
He comes up as a football defensive end.
He is.
he was
He is,
act-
and was
Oh.
in
They
a
tried to make him a
really
movie star back in
interesting
the
movie.
90s.
Oh, they tried to
He was
O.J.
going to
Simpson
become The
him?
Rock, but then they were like, nah.
The Rock? The
Long
Yeah,
story.
it's Firestorm.
Firestorm. Thank you.
Firestorm.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like it, but it was just
Yeah.
a really
It was in
bad action movie
1998.
where he
It
fights
was
fires.
1998.
Yeah.
So Tom, our timer, how are we doing?
We're at, hold on, I wasn't paying attention.
Maybe we'll get-
40 something minutes.
Did you want to do a
41
couple
minutes.
questions from the audience?
Yeah.
Oh, do we have any questions?
Do we have any?
Or were you going to send? Wait, we got to get you on mic. Can you come
Yeah, go
here?
ahead, give my
Can you
mic.
awkwardly talk really close into Alex's mic because we don't have it
I
passable?
don't think we would need to fix the leaks on the airships.
Oh.
If the airships just made a funny balloon leaking sound
Yeah.
the whole time.
They get somewhere really fast.
You know? I mean, that's an easy way to find them, though. If
There you
we're
go.
gonna fix it, right?
That's a very
Yes.
good point. What do we need
I
spiders
like
for?
that.
You
That's
should
very
be
good.
making
Yeah, why
that noise.
spiders? You just inflate
Thank you,
it
Jose.
and
Wait.
sit, and then wait for the.
Wait for the comical noise.
And then
we're
at the end, it'd be like,
Just follow the.
they're doing this all wrong.
yeah.
I know we're all doing this wrong. You know what? They're making science for no
Scientists,
reason.
They should be talking to us.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you put them.
there you go.
Just get a giant swimming pool
Yes.
and put it
submerge
underneath.
them.
Yeah,
Inflate them, and then just wait for the bubbles, and then put a duct tape.
that's
on
actually how you fix an air mattress.
That is what you did.
I think so.
She really knows her.
Yeah,
Okay,
go.
wait. Give him the mic. Give him the mic. Say your name and everything.
My name's Tony. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Tony.
Hi. Okay, so how do they go inside the? You said from the inside and the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Do they just like have like the blimp just like sitting there without air in it?
So it was deflated. When they were going through it, it was deflated.
Okay.
Right? So that means there's a hole somewhere to get in. Some dude
So
doing
it crawls
that. Yeah.
through it.
So
Wow.
and these things like magnetize to each other. So what they did was they put it in when it was deflated on the underside, and there's like 10 all working.
there's
in
10
yeah,
magnetic
there's 10
spiders.
spiders. And so
Or
what
are
they do
there
is they
20?
throw the
So
other
it's 10
side-
pairs.
It's 10 pairs. So
10
there's
pairs.
20 spiders.
God, there's 20 magnetic spiders existing in this world right now.
Yeah, and they put the why I don't know why they did this. Wait, but they put this is oh god, where's the picture? Oh, here
What
we
picture?
go.
No, I don't want to see the robotic spider picture.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
Yeah, the robotic
Yeah,
spider
they
can't
look like
hurt you.
fucking spiders, and I hate it.
Oh, that's
Now,
awesome.
realistically, they don't look like spiders. They just put a little spider logo on them. But still, they're pretty badass.
Spiders.
So then they put them all in,
Pretty badass.
inflate, and then they connect, and then they go. Yeah.
So the guy that goes in there in the first place to check it,
Yeah.
visually,
Yep.
if he's not doing his job, they send the spiders in, basically. Because if that was that guy,
They're now skipping that guy. That guy has now been replaced by
'cause that-
spiders.
I was gonna say that guy's probably like me. Probably wasn't getting paid enough money. He's like,
Yeah.
fuck this. I don't really give a shit. Not really looking for holes.
Yeah.
And that's when things would blow up in the air.
Yes.
So we need spiders.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Yes,
is the first
he's the
one
first
to
to
die
die.
when they become self-aware. Because he'd be like, and by the way, I hope that only one half of the spiders become self-aware and the other one doesn't. So the guy's like, guys, back to fucking work. And they're like, no, kill all humans. He's like, holes! Holes! We have one job here, Bill. Holes! And he's like, kill all humans. He was like, fine, let's get all the holes on this one, then we'll kill the humans.
Bill, how are you gonna kill humans with adhesive?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
supposed to be putting
wait,
on
have-
holes.
Adhesive their air holes.
Have I-
Right, Bill. Holes.
Did I talk about the fact or the time when I went and visited my aunt at JPL, which, by the way, is not far from where we're currently recording? I just realized.
I feel like yes, but I don't remember.
Well, and she was telling us about, like, you know, you can make a robot for a purpose. And so there was, like, this robot that its sole purpose was to write the best thank you cards.
What?
Does this sound familiar?
No.
Okay. So
That would
it was
save us a
literally-
lot of
Can
time
I
after
hire
our
that
weddings.
robot?
But it has like a form of AI in it where so it can learn, so it constantly is learning how to make the best thank you cards. And so then it's
Technology.
like at some point it gets to the point where it asks to be hooked in online because it realizes because of the AI
Is
that
this a sci-fi story, or is this
no,
actually
this is like an
happening?
actual article.
Jesus fuck.
It has achieved a level of intelligence where it realizes there is this thing called the internet, but
God, what?
it hasn't been connected to
This
it.
is bad.
But it knows that to do its job better, it needs to connect to the internet. So they connect the robot to the internet. And then immediately the robot comes up with a million ways to write better thank you cards, but some of them are so destructive to human beings.
What?
It has to be turned off.
what
Because
is
that's
that?
the thing. Like, if you give a robot a
It's like,
job...
thank you for not giving me cancer.
Yeah.
Fuck off. And you're like,
No, it will literally,
that is
like-
actually the best version of that thank you card,
Yeah.
but that hurts so bad.
Right, because it doesn't understand. It doesn't have, like, those Asimov rules of robotics where it's like the number one rule is
Yeah, but
hurt no humans.
How can you hurt a human with a thank you
No,
card?
not hurt it with a thank you card. It's like literally...
It
I mean,
was like, hey, I got an idea. Give me a howitzer.
Yeah, or it's like, if we take out all these people, if these people didn't exist, thank you cards would be easier to write. Because it has no... Like, that sort of thing.
Less thank
Like,
you
it
cards
doesn't
to
have
write,
a
yeah.
concept of human life being
That is
valuable.
amazing.
Yeah.
I love that the thank you card robot was the one that was like, I need other robots. Why? Because 5 million people need to die in order for me to be the best thank you
Yeah,
card
but
robot.
that's the point.
like,
Like, when you give a robot a
technically
job...
true, but maybe we don't do that.
So that's what you're saying with, like, the fucking spider bots, like...
That is amazing.
Well, we can, you know how we can stop getting holes in this airship?
Yeah.
If there are no humans to put holes in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
take out all the humans, and then my
Yeah.
airships won't have holes in it.
Yeah, there's like one guy
Yeah.
that accidentally trips and like rips a hole. And is like, oh fuck, I ripped a hole. And the spider robot just looks
Yeah.
over at him and he was like, I see the problem.
Yeah. Kill all
Idiot
humans.
ripping holes in my balloon.
Yes. Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that it's a thank you card robot that was like, I will make the best thank you cards.
Ever.
Just murder 5 million
Ever.
people. But you guys, these thank you cards, you don't even know. We just need to kill 5 million people.
Life will be complete
Yeah.
after this thank you card.
Like, have you ever wanted to thank somebody, but you didn't know how? Don't even worry about it.
I got
Unless
you.
she's on this list. Let
I
me
got
start
you.
from the top.
I got you, boo. I got you.
That's amazing.
All right, I think we have to end the show.
Oh, yeah, probably. Oh, my God.
I think we're at that point where the show needs to end.
Thank you, Card Robots.
Thank you, Card Robots. All right, everyone. I'm sure we talked about a lot of stuff that was incorrect on this show, because let's be honest, we're each like 7% beers in to this show.
It was 7%. It was
we have a
supposed to be
strong
6.
beer. We have a
Supposed to be
strong
6.
beer. 7%. All right, so email us. Everyone listening at home, you can email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, halfhourhappyhr. That is
Subscribe on iTunes.
Subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. Rate us. Validate our existence. Share us. Pass us on.
And for those of you out there that are Thank You Card Robots, we love you.
Yes.
Keep doing what you do.
We will give you the best idea for thank you cards ever.
Not against you.
Nope.
We are robots ourselves.
Thank you.
Actually,
Thank you,
right?
Thank you, Card Robots.
Thank you, Card Robots. All right, that's it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. With us always, the man who got me here, the flight of the navigator, Tom Super Volcano Krajewski. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for coming
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you for the audience.
Good night, everybody.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.